Hey guys, so today I'm filming my first video of my theater makeup 101 series. I'm calling it 101 because I'm just teaching you the basics because that's really all I know. I've only had a couple classes so far, so I'm just gonna start making videos on what I've learned. So the first thing we learned about was foundation, shadows, and highlights. So that's what I'm going to show you today, and I'm going to be using mostly the products from my kit, which is the Mehron kit. So I'm using Mehron foundation, powder, blush, and bronzer. So I'm just going to get started. So the first thing that we were told is to apply a foundation that is either half a shade darker or one shade darker than your skin, and for me that would be the Celebre foundation in the shade Mid-Light Olive. A lot of the foundations in this kit were very pink, so this was the lightest yellow tone, so it works pretty well for me. So, I mean, you can apply it however you want, but I honestly just took my e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush and apply it in here. Since I'm only using this on myself, I don't have to worry about this not being sanitary. So, just apply foundation like you normally would. And this is a really nice cream foundation. It's not like a pancake foundation, which is nice because it's really easy to blend, and I've actually never used a cream foundation before, so that's been fun to try something new. And it doesn't take too long to apply, and it blends really nicely. And right now I'm going back over my cheek to just build up the coverage since my cheeks are really red and I want to make sure my face is all the same color. You can maybe tell that this is a little bit darker than my skin. It's not too bad, but it is a little bit deeper. And I think this kit comes in a couple different shades. I think they have a kit for deeper skin and for fair skin. They may have a medium skin kit, I'm not sure, but I know they at least have one for light skin and for deep skin. And I think this brush works really well. I didn't want to use, luckily for me, I've got a lot of brushes, so I had duplicates of some of the brushes, so I could keep these with my kit. And I only have makeup class on Friday, so I just wash my brushes after class. Okay, so now we've got our foundation base done. So then we're going to move on to highlighting, and a lot of you guys probably know how to highlight already, and I'm going to use this shade Soft Peach, which is nice. It does have peach undertone to it, but it's not too intense, so this will be nice for highlighting. So I'm actually gonna take this under my eyes and I'm gonna bring it back along my cheekbones. I'm gonna put it in the center of my forehead, down my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. So you can use your finger or a brush. I'm gonna take my finger for under my eyes and just bring it back along the cheekbone as well. And of course, this is just applying on yourself. You might apply it definitely on another person to be more sanitary. And we'll apply this here. Okay, so I've got that war paint on now. So you can apply it with the same foundation brush, your fingers, or I'm using my Soho Beauty Sponge to just pat over it and blend it in. I'm blending out the edges, and I'm not trying to blend it away. Alright, so now that we have that done, I'm actually, before it starts creasing, I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm going to use my Midnight Cameo powder. Obviously they didn't come in this kit to set my whole face. I've got another powder, but I like using this for my under eyes. It's just really, really nice, finely milled. So I'm just going to take some my Real Techniques brush and pat this on all of the places that I highlighted. And take it back along the cheekbones. Okay, so now we've powdered the highlighted areas. So now we're going to move on to contouring. I actually have got, or shadow, they call it shadow, but you guys may know it as contouring. So I've got two darker shades here. I'm going to use one to bronze and then one to really contour. So to bronze, since I'm so fair, I like to bronze and contour. So to bronze, I'm going to use the shade Light Tan. I'll put all the shades in my brushes down below. So I'm just going to take this with my foundation brush. I'm going to go around my hairline, my temples, the cheekbones, my jawline, underneath my lip. And I'm going to use a smaller brush to contour my nose with this. So I'm just going to take it on my foundation brush and starting at the temples, I'm going to take it on the sides and then rub it in the hairline. Hope the lighting is okay for this video. Then take a little bit more and get the temples right here. I'm going to take a little bit on the cheeks, under the cheekbones, and then just blend it. And take a little bit under the bottom lip. Then take some on the jawline. And I like to get this area right here by my ear. So now I'm going to contour my nose. I'm just going to take this this little Mehron brush. You can use a concealer brush. This is just like a flat brush. I'm going to go in with that light tan color again and just run it along the sides of my nose. Hopefully see this here. A little bit under the tip. And then I'm actually going to blend that out with my Soho Beauty Sponge and just tapping. I don't want to blend it away. So then I'm going to take my darkest shade, which is medium male, and I'm going to use this to contour my cheekbones. So I'm going to take that small detail brush again and just draw this right under my cheekbones. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker so I can really define my cheekbones and make them stand out, because my cheekbones don't stand out very well. Like that. So I'm going to blend that out with the beauty sponge. Not too much, but try to blend it out a bit. Alright, so now I am, you can go ahead and set this contour and bronze with a contour powder if you would like to, but I'm actually going to set my face makeup first and then apply the powder products. And this is the Mehron Color Set Powder. And what I do for this is, it's in this little container is not easy to apply on a brush because it's loose. So what I do actually is I open it up and I put it into the lid of my foundation and just make sure to clean it out with a brush afterwards to make sure I don't get any of this powder in my foundation. So you can use whatever powder brush that you like. I'm actually just going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush to set my face and just pat the powder in there. And I'm just pouncing this powder on. I don't want to buff it because this is a cream foundation, so it doesn't set by itself. It sets with a powder. And I want to keep all those contours and highlights where I placed them, so I'm just going to pounce it on my face. I know a lot of people use powder puff. I just don't like powder puffs, but if you like to, you can definitely do that right now. Use a powder puff to apply your makeup. I think it would work just as well. I just prefer my brushes. Okay, so now we have set all our foundation. I'm just gonna wipe out my cap so I can put it back with my foundation. So now we are going to do some more detailed contouring, and I'm going to use the Mehron cheek powder in the shade Contour. This is a bit of a warmer shade. So I'm taking my Real Techniques contour brush, and these are super pigmented. You need the slightest bit. So I'm just going to apply that to the hollows of my cheeks first, and then I'm going to take the extra and go around my hairline and my jaw and that. Then I'm going to take my Sigma E40 taper blending brush and some more of this powder. I'm going to take a little bit under my bottom lip, and then I'm going to contour the sides of my nose. This brush is really nice for blending, and this is super, super, super crazy pigmented, so you've got to be careful with it. But you have to remember that when you want things to be a little bit more intense. When you see something in the mirror and see something under stage lights, it will look very different. So if something looks a little too crazy in the mirror, see how it looks under stage lights first before you remove anything. Alright, so that is blended, and then I'm actually just going to take my powder brush and run over the areas I contoured, just to blend it a little bit. Don't want to blend it too much, but I want to blend it a bit. Okay, so we've got that all blended out, and then I'm just going to apply my blush. I'm going to use the Mehron cheek powder in Rosewood, which is a really nice pink. That's a little bit more of like a berry color, and I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush. This is so pigmented, so I start at the back of my cheeks and work forward, and I go back and forth between my cheeks, so I won't have one cheek with way too much blush on it. So this is pretty intense. This is showing up more intense in person than it is on camera, but it's a bit intense. So I'm gonna again run over with my powder brush just to soften the edges. And that is it. That is it for the first lesson of foundation, shadows, and highlights. The next video you guys will see next Sunday will be corrective makeup, which is just correcting your features. So I'm going to show you how to correct your lips and your nose. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comment, and please rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys.